Jussie Smollett did what his agent couldn't do. He tried to boost his career. Unfortunately, he did it by defaming half the country. Now he's facing 16 felony counts for what cops are calling a planned hoax. The press raced to believe Smollett after his initial allegations. We're quoting Robin Roberts of ABC when we say, beautiful, Jussie. They also raced to attack the boys of Covington High School for standing in place. That's no longer allowed. Now they could be paying the price for that. A new lawsuit brought against CNN seeks $250 million in damages for the channel's absurd and misleading coverage of the Covington incident. Robby Soave is Associator of Reason, author of the new book, Panic Attack, Young Radicals in the Age of Trump, and he joins us tonight. We should also note that Robby is one of the world's experts on hoaxes of this kind. Robby, thanks a lot for coming on. So the suit against CNN for prematurely tarring these kids for the sin, I guess, of standing there, does it have a shot?
That's a very complicated question. I think some of the things alleged in the suit are perhaps opinion, wrongful opinion, things that the media claimed that were not correct. But you have to show that it was, a fact, a demonstrated fact. Now, some of it, you could make an argument, for instance, when Nathan Phillips, the Native American man, claimed that he couldn't get out of the situation because his way was blocked. That, according to the First Amendment lawyers I spoke with, seems more like a fact you could maybe prove. But again, let's keep in mind that the Post and CNN are actually the second sort of source purveyors of the misinformation here. The primary purveyor is this Native American man, right, Nathan Phillips. I mean, Smollett is facing 16 counts of charges for the lies he allegedly told, whereas this guy, he hasn't gotten, and he's not being sued, which I find kind of interesting, even though
wait a second, Robby. Wait, hold on. Before you defame the guy, I watched CNN, so I know for a fact that Native American man you referred to is, quote, a tribal elder and a Vietnam veteran. Okay, that's what CNN told me about him. So you're not going to sue a tribal elder Vietnam veteran, are you?
Right, I guess not, and I don't know that he has any money, so it wouldn't be worth doing it. I think the broader point, though, obviously we do need to hold the media accountable for the mistakes it makes. I would rather do that in the court of the public opinion rather than lawsuits that could potentially, chill future. I'm a free speech person, and I'm concerned that they got suckered and they're going to pay big, but maybe it shouldn't be through the lawsuit. But the broader loss of trust in the media, the erosion of trust in the media when they get things like Smollett and Covington so wrong. It's bad for the country, and it's on them to do better, to be skeptical, to not trust everything they hear. We politicize the concept of fake news, but it's true that the media gets things wrong, and there are real consequences, I think, to the integrity of our democracy when they do that.
Yeah, into the lives of individual people who are defamed. The kid, there was an actual fraternity at UVA that was accused of rape, serial rape, and they didn't commit it. No one ever apologized. But I wonder, Jussie Smollett seems like an unbalanced character. I'm not even mad at him. But what about all the reporters and media figures, Robin Roberts at ABC, who carried his water and have never really apologized? I'm not saying they should be fired or anything, but shouldn't someone admit, we went along with the hoax?
Yeah, and maybe they could hold back a little bit on social media in particular. I think that, especially in the Smollett case, more than they're reporting, that was where too many sort of journalists, writers, pundits, whatever you want to call them, blurred the line between objective reporting and sort of advocacy. That's where you see kind of the media in the activist corner, because obviously the things they're tweeting aren't being approved by editors, so they're not as cautious and they're not as calculating as their stories. So I think social media has maybe allowed too many journalists to kind of let the mask slip and reveal, what they have these deep-seated biases that often go unchallenged, and that has contributed to a loss of faith in them, perhaps deservedly.
Really quick, do you think the next time someone makes an outlandish claim like this, the Washington Post will pause, maybe, for example, before lying to us again?
I would hope so, but unfortunately I see hoaxes day in and day out. Not all of them are this sensational, but the media and people allow themselves to be deceived. So I hope that's not the case, because I like a lot of the reporting the Post does, and I would like to have faith in them. But hopefully they'll do better next time.
You're a hopeful man, Robby. Great to see you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.